You're qualified, you're doing the work, but nobody knows it. And that's why you're not getting promoted. If you don't control your leadership brand in corporate America, somebody else will. And they're getting it wrong, minimizing your contributions, overlooking you for promotions, leaving you invisible. I'm breaking down the 3 strategic fixes that got my client Diana promoted to VP in 8 months. So let's go. Hi, I'm Dr. Nicole Bryan, and I help Black women leaders in corporate America get promoted to executive leadership by building powerful, authentic leadership brands. Here's what happens when you don't control your brand. Your contributions get minimized. You led a $2 million project, but your boss calls it the team's work. You get passed over. When the VP role opens, your name doesn't come up. Not because you're not qualified, but because they don't know you're qualified. You stay invisible. You're not in succession planning conversations. You're not on the high potential list. Let me tell you about Diana. She was stuck as a director for 7 years doing VP level work, but nobody saw her as a VP. Why? She wasn't making her leadership visible. 8 months after we started working together, she was promoted to VP. Not because she worked harder, but because she made 3 strategic shifts. Here's what she did. Fix number 1, create an expertise platform. Now, this is a space where you consistently demonstrate deep knowledge on a specific topic that matters to the business. You don't need a podcast. You just need to be known for something. For Diana, it was operational efficiency. Every time there was a conversation about reducing costs or improving workflows, Diana was the go-to person. Here's how you do it. First, pick your expertise area. What do you know better than most people in your company? 2, make it visible. Lead a lunch and learn. Write a 1-page memo with insights and recommendations. Be the person who asks the strategic question in every meeting on your topic. Brief leaders, your senior leaders, on trends in your domain. 3rd, be consistent. Do it quarterly. Do it in every relevant meeting. Become the person that people think of when that topic comes up. When you have an expertise platform, you're not just a hard worker. You're a thought leader, and thought leaders get promoted. The second thing you need to do is develop a strategic voice. Most Black women leaders in corporate spaces are great at execution. We get things done, but execution alone won't get you promoted to the executive level. You need to demonstrate strategic thinking, and that means speaking up in ways that show you're thinking about the business, about the company, and not just your function. Here's what a strategic voice sounds like. Instead of, "We completed the project on time and under budget," say, "We completed the project on time and under budget," which positions us to reinvest those savings into the Q4 project launch, giving us a competitive advantage. Instead of, "I think we should hire 2 more people," say, "If we invest in 2 additional hires today, we'll reduce project turnaround time by 30%, which directly supports our goal of increasing client retention by 15% this year." See the difference? You're connecting your work to the broader business strategy. Diana started doing this in leadership meetings. Within 3 months, senior leaders started asking for her input on strategic decisions outside of her department. That's the power of having a strategic voice. Now, the 3rd thing you need to do is build a trust network. Listen, this isn't about networking with everyone about everything. This is about strategically building relationships with 5 to 7 key influencers who can advocate for you when you can't advocate for yourself. Your trust network should include your boss's boss, a peer in another department, a senior leader outside your direct reporting line, or an executive sponsor. Diana built hers by scheduling quarterly check-ins with her boss's boss, volunteering for a cross-functional task force, asking a senior leader for 30-minute coffee chats once per quarter. Here's what happened when that VP role opened. Her boss's boss said, "We should consider Diana for this role." A peer spoke up and said, "I've worked with Diana. She's strategic and she gets results." And then her executive sponsor told people, "I've been watching Diana. She's ready." That's the power of a trust network. You're not hoping someone notices you. The right people already know that you're ready for that next step. Okay, so let's recap the three things that you can be doing, the three fixes that you can do right now to position yourself for that executive level role. The first is create an expertise platform. Be known for something specific. The second is develop a strategic voice. Connect your work to the broader business strategy. And the third is build a trust network. Identify 5 to 7 key influencers and build relationships with them. Now, here's your action step for this week. Pick one of those fixes and do it. Just one. Create your expertise platform, decide what that expertise platform is, and identify one way to make it visible this month. Develop your strategic voice. Identify one meeting where you can speak up and connect your work to the bigger picture. Build your trust network. Write down 5 to 7 key influencers and reach out to one this week. One fix, one action. That's how you start. If this was helpful, drop a heart in the comments. And if you're serious about getting promoted in the next 6 to 12 months, subscribe to this channel because that's what we talk about here. We talk about the Black female experience in corporate, including how to get you promoted to the executive level. Until next time, remember, the future of leadership is Black, bold, female, and unapologetically you.